fried Cheerios? That is ridiculous. Stay tuned. You're going to fall in love with this snack. Hey everybody, welcome to 66 Carlson's, and today we're going to make a really quick snack. JJ and I are going to be working in the garden most of today and then into the morning of Super Bowl Sunday. But this is a great snack that we're just going to come in and dip out of the bowl throughout the weekend. It's also good like for the Super Bowl tomorrow if you want a little bit lighter snack. Kind of tastes like popcorn. Or during the work week, you can make them and they actually taste good for a few days if you put them into a glass container and keep them covered. So let's get started. The basics of this recipe are really important, okay? So the basic ratio is 1 cup of Cheerios to 1 tablespoon of butter. I use salted butter so it gives it a little bit of a salty flavor. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn this up to about medium high, and what we want to do is get our butter bubbling. We don't want it brown, we just want it to bubble a little bit. Okay, so we have our butter getting ready to bubble up. Again, we are not going to want to let that get to be brown butter, but we do want it to be bubbly. I am going to measure out 7 roughly cups of Cheerios. I'll just put that down there. And it doesn't have to be exact, it's forgiving. We like to have just a little bit of a buttery feel to it. So while this is bubbling up, I want to tell you real quick. My neighbor's granddaughter taught me this recipe when I think she was in 3rd grade and I was in 2nd grade, way back in the 70s, around the bicentennial celebration. And it was one of the few things that as a child my mom would sit in the kitchen with us, but you know, she would let us go ahead and make this snack for ourselves. So you can kind of hear the butter sizzling just the tiniest bit. And like I said earlier, you can absolutely save this for a few days. We're not going to sit here and eat all these Cheerios in the course of an afternoon. But it's a great snack for a movie or if you're sitting and watching a video or something. You know, and kids love it. Trust me. It's me kid tested all the way through all the kids that we know right now. So here's what the butter is going to look like when you're ready to put those Cheerios in. Okay, it's a little bit fuzzy in there, but not brown. That's very important. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sprinkle the Cheerios in. And this is another important thing that you need to know. You want to, get the Cheerios coated right away. It does not have to be perfect, but you do want to get most of the Cheerios coated. You also want to make sure when you start that you have a pan that can accommodate the Cheerios with a few inches, at least 2 or 3 inches of headspace. Because there's nothing worse than missing an errant Cheerio that flies down into your stove and 3 days later you're making dinner and thinking, what's burning? And all it is a Cheerio. Okay, so I am going to stir these up a little bit. And the point is to toast them. It's a lot, to me this is like a cross between the taste of buttered popcorn and Chex Mix. So if you like either or both of those items, you're really going to enjoy this treat. It's going to take just a couple of minutes. Okay, Leo's out chasing that bad squirrel and getting him out of the yard now. So we are stirring these until they get to be a golden brown. Now you can choose to add salt if you would like. We do like a little bit of salt in ours. And I see that these Cheerios are starting to toast up just a little bit. And while they're still in the pan and it's hot, there's probably a half a teaspoon in there that just came out. So now I'm going to mix these very, very well so that we don't get a really salty spot. I'm telling you guys, This is honestly like a 5-minute gig from start to finish for a snack. Super easy cleanup. You can throw them in a baggie and take them with you on a car trip, a road trip, take them to work and share them with the coworkers. I know that my chief at work absolutely loves it when he gets a little baggie of these when we're in the office. And this is looking pretty golden brown and good. See, there's that Cheerio we were talking about. Just throw it back in there. And voila. I'm just going to use the same bowl that I started with and put them in. There. A little bit of scrape edge. Don't eat them right out of the pan. You will burn your hand and you will burn your mouth and you will not taste all the yumminess after it's done. So this is the final product right here. And I hope you enjoy it. Just give it a shot and make sure that you like and you share this and subscribe to our channel. We're gonna have all kinds of fun things like this. Not just dinner foods, not just snacks, but all kinds of really fun things to do in the kitchen that you and your family are sure to enjoy. Thanks again. Like, subscribe, and have a great weekend.